guys, my name is Jasmine and today I will be talking to you about a transmittable disease pathogen, Tinea, or most commonly known as a ringworm. So you probably heard of athlete's foot or even jock itch, which are both associated with a ringworm. So is a ringworm actually a worm? No, not at all. So a ringworm is actually a common fungal infection of the body or the hands, the feet, or different areas of your body. And basically anybody can get this infection because it's very common worldwide, not just in any particular part of the world, because funguses, they can live for extended periods of time. Well, how do we get this fungus? Well, the most common way for us to get a ringworm is through contact with somebody that already has it. So that means that they have already got in contact with this fungus and has transmitted it to somebody else. Or you also see ringworms getting transmitted by animals, such as pets that have either been outside and they've got into this soil where this fungus thrives, and they have brought it back to the house or to whoever. And also you see your environment. You can get this fungus depending on if you are an athlete, especially if you're using locker rooms or if you're using swimming pools or different places like that where it's kind of dark and it's really moist and it's not really clean. That's where you can get these ringworms. So a sign and symptoms if you have a ringworm usually is the ring, which is most people see is a red ring, and it looks like it's really patchy, it's itchy, and it's sometimes red, and it can be like scabby. So other symptoms depends on where it is in your body. For instance, if you have a ringworm in your head, you might start experiencing hair loss, and even in the beard. So it all just depends on where this ringworm is located. And also the location of the ringworm also lets you know the name, because names are different. For instance, Tinea corpus is for your body, or Tinea pedis is for your foot. So basically the life cycle of a ringworm comes in 3 different stages. You have your first stage, which is your early stage, where it's kind of itching. You really don't think it's no big deal. You might think it's just a little rash that happened. So that's your early stage. And then you go into the infection stage. That's when you actually see this ring. Sometimes it might turn into a blister, different things like that. And then the last stage of the ringworm is the healing process, which can also, you might not be itching as much and it might fade away, but it's still healing. So basically the fungus is, like I said, contacted through another person, an animal, or even the environment, and then it's transmitted to you. So with ringworms, they really don't go below the skin. It's not that severe. So the only body system that is affected is just your skin. So there's not really many long-term problems with a ringworm as long as you take care of it and you actually try to prevent more from happening. So if you seem to be itching or anything like that, you might want to go to a doctor. And if you go to the doctor, they basically will take a skin test and try to determine if this is a ringworm or not. So usually the doctor would prescribe antifungal creams or different things like that, or even antibiotics, depending on how severe the ringworm is. So like I said, it's not really a life or death situation, but you do want to kind of make sure that you are following the treatment plan that the doctor prescribed you, or different things like that. Now also there are home remedies that you can use, such as garlic, or some people use tea tree oil, but to be on the safe side, you always want to contact the doctor. So some different ways that you can prevent yourself from getting a ringworm is by making sure that you're wearing shoes, especially if you're in a locker room or your swimming pool. Also by making sure the areas such as your groin or your armpits or different places like that, that you are actually cleaning those areas, because air is not really exposed to these areas. And also you want to make sure that you are not using anybody else's towels, anybody else's shoes, or different things like that. And also if you have your pets, you want to make sure that you're keeping them checked by the doctor and the vet, because they can carry ringworms as well. So once again, like I said, a ringworm is not a worm. It is just a common fungal infection. And like I said, funguses, they can live for extended periods of time, But it's not really a long time for the ringworm to stay on your body, but you want to make sure that you are following doctor's orders. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and I will answer them. Thank you.